All right, hello everybody. Dell and April here with Close to My Heart. So today for our demo, we are going to be demoing our Irresistibles. So these are the 6 papers that we have in the Irresistibles. I'll kind of pick them up, show you the pattern. You'll see them a lot more as Mom and I demo them. But these are the 6 patterns that you get. You get 2 of each of these in a pack. So you end up with 12 sheets of paper. And then the other thing that we have is stickers. So you get 2 sticker sheets. They are the alphabets. And one of them is dots and one of them is stripes. And I'm hoping you can kind of see that. Yeah, you can see it in the light and stuff. So you got the sticker sheet. It's a 12 by 12 sticker sheet. So we're not going to be using the stickers. We're going to be using the papers today. And Mom and I are doing this in a Roy G. Biv fashion. Ooh la la, ooh, right? All right, so I'm going to have Mom start off with our shimmer spray. Yeah, do it with this one. Or not. All right, this is our shimmer spray. So let me get out of the way. Make sure that you have a good area. We have an all-purpose mat down. But if you have like a apron or something, you might want to wear it.
Yes, I've already sprayed myself today. Good thing I'm not wearing something that I really like. Okay, so as you can see, this is our shimmer spray in the, what color is this?
That's the fiery.
Oh, fiery
sunset.
Sunset. Yes, it's so small I couldn't see it, but it's a fiery sunset right there. And when you want to make sure you shake it to mix it up, and you want to put your cap on when you're shaking it, just in case.
Or if you shake it without the cap on, just have a paper towel.
Right, which I'm going to take a paper towel also, just because we want to show you what to do. Here we go. So I'm just going to, a couple of inches away from your project, and I'm just going to spray that. And then I'm going to take a paper towel, and I'm going to wipe it off.
You will get messy.
Yes, with these sprays you will get messy. So,
or with the Irresistibles, because you have to touch it right after.
Right. So look how pretty that is. And I don't know if you could see, there is a shimmer to this, and that's why it's called a shimmer spray. And it's really pretty. I'm just wiping off the all-purpose mat so we can
You'll see us
go
use
on
a
to the
gloss
next.
spray as well. But this is like the difference between a gloss spray. See, and that's the shimmer spray.
All right, so I'm just going to put this off to the side to dry. And you want to make sure you also clean your sprayer when you're done. That's very important because if you don't, they might clog up. The next one I'm going, oops.
It's me.
Oh, it's you, I'm sorry.
I'm going every other one. She's trying to steal my thunder here. How rude. Okay. So the next one I'm going to do is this, what would you call this pattern?
It's
Flannel? Plaid, whatever.
Plaid.
Okay, great. So I'm doing the Oi part of Roy G. Biv. So I'm doing the yellow and the orange. These are our Spectrum Noir markers. They are our tri-blends, so there are 3 different colors in each. I'm going to try to blend these 2 together. I actually have never used the burnt orange and the golden yellow together, so we're going to kind of see how this works together. But if you wanted to test it, you can always use a scrap paper or something, see how it looks. The thing with the markers, we've done it before. Just note that it doesn't wipe off completely from the Irresistible, but it does look different. So that's going to be the difference. I'm always going to have, like Mom had before, a paper towel on here. And I'm just going to start with the yellow up in the corner. And I'm just going to do this. So see how it's not necessarily going to wipe off of the... Ooh, it did. Haha, I did it right away. So it wiped off, but not perfectly. And you'll see as my colors get a little darker and as we start to blend here, it's not going to come off of the Irresistible as easily. See how it's like dyeing it yellow? But you can still obviously tell that it's resisting it. So that's like the main thing here. And what's nice about this all-purpose mat is me doing this, I don't have to worry about getting it onto anything. So see how I'm also going back, doing exactly what I normally would with our Spectrum Noirs. If you saw our last demo, we did our Spectrum Noir coloring. So if you would like to go back and watch that, you can actually watch like how these markers work and stuff and when you blend them together. But this is just a quick showing you how to do this. And with the Irresistible, I am going over a little bit more than I normally would, like blending wise, but do you see how that blends really nice? Do you like that? Mm-hmm. So now we're going to try to take in the burnt orange here and kind of blend in an orangey color. So they will react with each other, which is nice. I always have loved that element of our Spectrum Noirs because they are alcohol markers, so they blend with each other. It doesn't matter if it's the same colors or not. We have shades and we have blends, so it doesn't really matter if you're using a shade or a blend. They will blend with their other family members. All right, so we're just gonna get the orange on there. It's the big surface for markers. That's why I'm doing it fast. But actually that works, that blend. Mm-hmm. Right? All right, let's get more into this burnt orange here. This is a great fall color. I love the burnt orange. Oh, yes. Actually, both of them are, because that one's good for leaves and stuff.
And you could see that some areas the stayed on the resist part, but on others it's coming right off.
Yep. But you can still tell that it's like a resistance thing.
Yeah.
Like it's you can see the pattern. Mm-hmm. Let's mix it a little bit more into this orange. I was not expecting that to wipe off as much as it did. And because of that pattern, it's a little harder to like see the blend. So that's why I'm going over it a little bit more, just so we can kind of really like see that distinction of the blending together. I think that's pretty cool, right? Mm-hmm. So there you go. There's a little bit about our Spectrum Noir markers. All right, Mom. Wah! We have a little friend. You fell off our outlight. Okay. Mom's going to now do our gloss spray, like we said. All right.
Yes. All right, so here we go.
Paper towel,
oh, you left me a paper towel, thank you. So I'm going to use the Ocean Gloss Spray. And again, I'm just shaking it to mix it up a little bit because as you can see, the bottom is not, it settles. So you just want to give it a good shake.
If these get clogged, you can always run them under hot water too.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes after not use for a while. Anyway.
And it's the same as the shimmer spray. You just hold it up there a couple of inches, and now I'm just gonna get messy with my paper towel and wipe it off.
Oh, that's so cool.
Oh, such a pretty color too. And there we have our star pattern. Yay. And we're gonna put that off to the side. And remember, okay, and remember to clean off your nozzle and put that off.
Clean this off a little bit more.
Oops.
I just see some gloss.
Oh, you're right.
There you go.
All right. That's the great thing about this all-purpose mat. It just wipes clean really well. So
the stress oxide is next. Yep, that one's good.
Okay, so I'm going to use our checkerboard piece to do use our distress oxide. All right, so we are going to be using our blending brushes today, which are really cool. I love our blending brushes.
We have put them into a acrylic stamp organizer and taken these little pieces of paper, cut them on the Cricut, wrote like the colors on them, and then just stuck them down with the glue dots, and they kind of just sit in there.
Yeah.
So the mini, not the mini one, the regular acrylic stamp organizer fits the blending brushes really nicely if you wanted to keep them in a cool spot.
Yes. Easy to find, easy to find which color you want to use too. I don't know if you could, because you could see through. So it's really great. So with the blending brushes and the Distress Oxide, we're going to be using our Mowed Lawn today. You just want to take your blending brush and swirl it into the ink. Swirl.
We
She's
watched
got
Elf too many times.
Yes, she's got Christmas on her mind, as she always does. And I'm just gonna blend this in. Oh, I love the blending brushes. They're so easy to use.
So they're tiny little bristles. They're not like a dauber or something like that. That's kind of
yeah,
I
do have a clean one that I can show you, or that April can show you. And now I'm just gonna.
You could show it with that too, but here you go on the side.
Yeah,
They're like bristles. There you go.
and I'm just gonna wipe that off.
So cool when it wipes away.
It's on my finger, so it's it keeps leaving it on there. And remember, the distress oxides will react with water, so you could actually probably use a sprayer or something if you wanted to have little droplets of water within your...
Or to clear off the Irresistible a little bit better, too.
True. And
Cool.
so that's that.
The other thing, too, with these brushes is... Because we have one color for like each, we didn't do it like specifically to our inks. We could if we wanted to, but you can also take this and just run it under water and go clean it and then let it dry. It'll look a little funky when it's dry, like just any other towel, or a blanket if you have a fuzzy blanket. But then you just like rub it a little bit and it goes right back to where it is.
Yes.
Mom got nervous the first time we did that.
Yes, I did, but it worked out.
All right. Well, I'm gonna do the last two.
Yes, you are.
All right. Okay, so the next one I have is our shimmer brushes, which I am excited about these. So I've got the IV. I have the IV part. IV. I mean, we always put pink and stuff in there for indigo. But so this is our raspberry. Don't mind the little mess on it, and then the grape. And we're gonna just show you. Kind of just works right like everything else, but you can kind of just come in here and color a little bit and then wipe away. It will dye it a little bit, but gotta get a little bit more ink on these. It's just so pretty. If you saturate these a little bit too much though, it will go underneath, so that might have just been what happened. Oh no, that one spot, yeah, just went under a little bit. But that's okay. You know, one spot out of the entire sheet is not a problem. So don't try to like get it too inky, I would say.
I think it's because it's by the edge of the paper that it just,
yeah.
You know, if you're hitting the edge too much, it'll soak it up on the other side.
Yeah. So these papers don't have the exact weight of our white daisy, but it's very, very close. So thicker than our normal cardstock. Well, no, these I think are the same weight as our regular cardstock, right?
I would think
White
so.
daisy, our white daisy is thicker than our. So see, like this, I got the color a little bit, but if I keep kind of working it out, it kind of comes off. So just like the Spectrum Noirs where it didn't come off of the resist part as much, that sometimes happens with the shimmer brushes too. But I just think it looks so cool, like the shimmery part.
You know what?
Mm-hmm.
We need our regular inks to show.
Regular inks work just like the distress oxides.
Yes, they do.
So I think we're okay with that. I want to experiment with the last one.
Okay.
All right. So just to show you that you could do this, another thing that you can do, which I'll do on at the end over here, I missed a little spot here, I'm going to fix that, is you can actually take these and do this too. And get like some splatter in spots and then wipe it. Just an experiment of that too. But I think that looks cool. Because you're getting the splatter and then I know it dyes the Irresistible a little bit, but it still gives you a cool pattern, especially if you did that on the whole thing. So that's a little bit about our shimmer brushes on them. You can also do, just because we've done this in the past, this is a rainbow pattern of our shimmer brushes. So just to show you a little bit more that you can do. And the last one we're going to experiment on is the dots. Our inks, our regular inks, work exactly like the Distress Oxide, so you can use just regular ink pads with these as well. But I really wanted to test out our metallic paint markers here. This is going to be a complete experiment, so we don't know if this is going to work. So let's try it. I actually want to use, that was our, what was this, molten copper. But I want to use our Quicksilver. There are 4 or 3 different lengths in them, but I'm going to use the 4mm. So what I'm going to do here is we're just going to go in stripes across. Let me get this started a little bit better. Do scrappy paper. I'm going to just use the one that's up here. All right, perfect. There we go.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if this works too. Only because I think those are like more permanent markers.
Okay, it wipes away a little bit. But yeah, so you can kind of see that it wipes away a little bit. You got to kind of work with it. It wiped away, right?
Yeah, better than I thought. I thought it was just going to stay. But when you're using these, if you want to use them in an area, you probably will have to work in a small area at a time.
But to be honest, when I'm doing this, it also gives it a cool effect if I leave it on, because it like highlights the dots. Do you see what I mean?
Yes. Now I could see
so,
off to the side. I didn't know whether you... That does look cool.
So you can either wipe and take it off. I think that actually worked out pretty cool. Right? I'm wondering if it would dry, though, if you didn't wipe it. Like if you left it look like this, you know what I mean?
So why don't you leave a stripe?
I will. I'm going to. I think this is pretty cool.
I know, I love those markers. We just recently got ours.
Yes, we did. Recently opened them.
Yeah, right.
I think that's pretty cool. So yeah, we're going to try to leave that and see if it dries. I know that this takes more because we are, you know, I'm doing it in like strips. But I feel like if you're doing something like this, you kind of want to do it, you know, precise like this. But there you go. There's my little 3x3 covered. And then I can wipe off this side. And we'll leave that stripe down the middle. Cool. That's fun. Isn't it?
That looks really good.
Right?
I like the way it looks because it's shiny too. I mean, it's shiny on the other part, but
like that, the silver itself is sparkly.
Yes, yes.
So cool. I like that experiment. Better than regular ink.
Yes, definitely.
All right, so here are all of our... If the gloss spray or something like that happens, you can always just put it underneath something. Because like these, you know, sometimes they just fold up on you. But yeah, so that's our experiments with our Irresistibles. So if you have any questions, let us know. We will answer them. If you want us to try another kind of media on them, let us know and we will show you the result of that. But that's our demo. Thank you for watching.